Good afternoon and welcome to Radio Connections with Pace. I am your host, Gina Pagnotta, president of Pace.
And I am your co-host, Ebony Walton, vice president of Pace.
And this
show is for City of Atlanta employees.
This platform was created to bring awareness to issues within the department, good or bad, in hopes of finding a resolve. So let's talk about it. What kind of intro was this today?
You're the one started it over.
I wanted because I like that intro. I like it. It was kind of cute. And guess what she did, you guys? Welcome. She gave me a teleprompter. Now instead of looking down, I'm looking up. But we're getting there. We're getting better.
We are getting there.
So what are we doing today, Ebony? Since I was told, let me get myself fixed up here. Oh my goodness. Ooh, what's going on? My shirt look quick. Oh.
No, you're good.
Okay. So I had the opportunity to talk with someone and said that
you don't have to say it. You don't have to say it.
They wanted to dialogue and not have a monologue. So I had to look what monologue up was. I had to look it up. And I said, they said I was talking too much. I said, okay. I said, well, I know what to do now. So since I seem to be talking too much, I'm going to shut up and let you go.
Now I guess you want to play the sensitive role, which she is not, just as much as she's not going to be quiet half of this show. That face is not going to stay like that for long.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So what you got going on?
So, well, we have, you have any shout outs that you have?
Yes, I did. I lost my aunt.
Sorry.
A week ago, my cousin called and told me she's out of Toledo, Ohio. She was elderly though, so she died of natural causes.
Okay.
But that's the last of my Menard family. I'm it.
Now
of my
your
family. I just
starts.
have two cousins, adopted brother, and a friend that I call my sister for many all my life. But my bloodline is that was it. Just me, my two cousins that I'm aware of. Now I'm sure there may be some other folks out there, but so I am it.
It's that end of the year too. When it's coming to the end of the year, get a lot of deaths. We had one of our members, Miss Aloysia McCoy. She lost her aunt.
Wow.
Last week also. So yeah. And then we do want to remember our members that we've gotten a lot that are diagnosed or have children that have been diagnosed with COVID. We don't have to mention their names, but I think 3 so far that that we're aware of, right?
Yeah, it's just surprising. But hey, Tamara.
Hey,
good
Tamara.
afternoon to you too. It's just sad that we got to go through all of this. It's just sad. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, because this is our podcast and we're here just to talk and vent and whatever. I cry every day. I get on this podcast and we try to have fun once a week. But before I get here, it's just every day I hear stuff. And it's hurtful. It's heartful. And I pray for you all. I pray for me and my family. I pray for the world. And the numbers is rising. It's just so sad.
It is. The family, there was a family on that the husband and the wife passed with COVID on the news the other day. They was on the news the other day. The sister was, because she has to take care of the children now. So, I mean, it's sad. It is sad. But
life goes on.
Life goes on. It does, unfortunately. And I don't want to sound so.
This too shall pass.
Hopefully.
Sometimes you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you guys, we just stay prayed up, okay?
That's all you can do.
Prayed up. And shout out to Tamara's have some illness in her family. And we will, praying for you, Tamara, and your family and your sister. So hopefully everything will go right.
Sorry.
Why you wait to the last minute?
I just did. I'm sorry.
You had me in the dark?
A little bit.
Anyway. Okay, so we got, what's the song for the week?
Well, before I do the song for the week, let me do the I guess the inspiration.
Okay.
So from Exodus It's coming from Exodus chapter 14, and it's pretty long, so I don't want to read all of it. You want me to read?
See what happens when I turn it over to her to run?
Whatever. Do you want me to read? It's a lot.
I want you to do the show. I want you to run.
Oh gosh.
How long is it?
Exodus is a big chapter, but like I said, it's. I'm just gonna.
But isn't this?
No, that's not it. No, that is not it.
So why did you write all of that down?
Because that's some other stuff that I have to say. Because I'm prepared like that. That's why. So anyway, Exodus 14:11. If you guys know any of it, it's when Moses was bringing the people, the Israelites, out of the Pharaoh's protection or out of his army or whatnot. And in 14:11 it says, and they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us to carry us forth out of Egypt? So they kind of complaining, right? I hear you. I see you look on your face.
Because you keep.
I see you look on your
words.
face.
I mean, I'm trying to.
I'm reading it. Okay. So then it says, Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone that we may serve the Egyptians? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness. So I'm not going to read anymore, but you continue to read the rest of the chapter 14, 17, verses 19 and 30, all of them, because they were complaining. They had been praying and asking God for deliverance, right, from the Pharaoh's land. And he already delivered them before, remember? He's done it twice. And they're saying because things were getting hard and they just couldn't see the way, it was becoming overwhelming. Stuff was happening. And if you want to flip that to the other side, because I had, last week was a little tough week. And you just kind of get a little overwhelmed sometimes. And then you go back to saying, well, you know what? I'm just going to dial it back some, get in line and do what everybody else do. But when that's not who you are, and when you know that something is being done wrong to not even just to yourself, but to others, that's what God has put in you. And that can't be shut up. You can't, just like she's gonna be able to shut up this whole thing. It's not who you are. And so with that being said, sometimes we do get discouraged. We do forget that, hey, he brought us through this before. And even though this particular time might be the trials that you're going through this time might be a little more difficult, or you just really, it's just clouded. You can't see. I just want to remind you that God has not changed. He's still the same one.
Preach, evidence.
He ain't.
Preach on, girl.
He has not changed. And whatever it is that you are doing, remember, when things come up against you, it's not because you're doing wrong most of the time. It's because you are doing right. And when the enemy knows that the future part of what you're going to do is succeed in whatever it is, he's going to try to deter you from doing that. Because, hey, if he can deter you, you won't bring yourself nor help those other ones come out either, right? And then he wins. So he knows at the end he's going to lose. So I just want you to just hold on. Keep on holding on. That's all you can do. And with that being said, no matter how good or how bad things are, this is going to lead us into our song for the week, which is my grandmother's favorite song. What you think?
We don't have the rights to this song, so we can't play it all. But we'll play a little bit.
Just a little. Because just a little bit.
I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days. And some lonely nights. But when I look around, I think it's over.
Oh yes, say it.
You know what?
I won't complain.
That's right.
So you guys listen to that. We want to try something a little bit different this week for the ones that's hurting or scared and fear, and just stay prayed up to Jesus take the wheel. I think I got that from Tamara
Take the wheel.
Yeah, she said that's her favorite slogan. Jesus, take the wheel.
Or whomever you serve.
Whoever you serve.
Take the wheel.
Take the wheel.
Take
And
the wheel.
let's move forward. So what's the movie for the week?
So the movie for the week is Super Intelligence. I don't know if you guys seen it or not. It's a couple of years old. Melissa McCarthy and Bobby. I'm not even going to try to say his name. It might be Italian or something. Maybe you can say it. You know,
why do I have to say it because it's Italian?
Because you got
so there you go with the racial divide. Here we go. Now I was trying to keep my mouth shut. I was trying to dialogue. But she getting ready to make me be what they say, monologue. Why I got to say the word.
So anyway, it's about computers. This computer hacked into the young lady's world. And it's contingent upon how she responds to relationships with people and the other people's relationships, whether the computer wants to destroy the world or not. It's a really good movie. It's funny. I love her as an actress anyway. She is really funny. I mean, you just find yourself yelling out. Yes.
I know. Okay, I thought that name ring a bell.
She is so hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to watch that.
Yeah.
But I got one for you too.
What's that?
I want you guys to go on YouTube as soon as you get off this podcast. Listen to me. I want you to listen. So you got to do two things because this is going to be really, really funny.
Yes, it
really, really funny. Did you see it?
I saw it.
The first thing you need to do is go on YouTube and look up Keith Sweat's new video called Twisted. Okay. Look at that first. Keith Sweat Twisted. Then after that, you pull up Keith Sweat Twisted Parody. Parody. So on YouTube, you gonna fall out your chair.
If they haven't seen it already, that thing is so funny.
Oh my goodness. Who is this guy?
I don't know.
Doing that?
I don't know.
Look at Keith Sweat, the real video of the Keith Sweat Twisted, so you get to understand what the video is about and what he's doing. And then look under Keith Sweat Twisted Parody.
Yeah,
that dude, that I felt
hilarious. It's hilarious.
Did you see the clothes he had? Oh my God.
He was clean.
That's just something to make your day bright. If you want to get a laugh, we need that sometimes.
You
to
do.
Get your laugh.
And you that other one, the Super Intelligent. I'm telling you, I saw that and I said, let me.
I haven't seen that. I'm gonna watch that tomorrow.
Oh, you got it's just so funny.
So what's our hot topics?
So did you hear about the Delta flight attendant getting slapped?
I heard about it, but I didn't read it. What's going on?
So she told one of the, I can't ever remember.
Flight attendant,
she told one of the passengers that they wasn't wearing their mask correctly. And the passenger just hauled off and slapped her. She was bleeding on the side of her face.
Oh my.
She sure was. These masks is becoming it's just becoming a problem. It's becoming a problem. And then
there's got to be more to the story than that.
That's what she told her.
She just hauled off and slapped?
It was two women. She slapped her. She didn't want to be
bothered. It was a woman
bothered.
that did it.
Yeah, it was two women.
No, something was wrong with that woman to go and put her physical hands on.
Maybe she was already.
So what about was she the one that got tied out?
No, that was somewhere else. Somebody else. They tied somebody to the to the flight to this chair.
That's why I don't fly.
That was crazy.
I don't like riding with nobody that I don't know. I don't like riding no more than 2-3 people. That's it, max.
And then Spirit Airlines over the weekend. Oh my gosh, them people were stranded because they didn't have flight attendants. Nobody was to run the plane. So they canceled a lot of flights. People were stuck at the airport.
Well, what happened to the flight attendant?
They said they was overworked. They didn't have any. And so some of them was working long hours. They said they was crying. It was just horrible. I'm glad I didn't fly over.
What? When I'm mayor, here I go again.
When you're mayor.
When I'm mayor. Okay. If I, I'm not running for mayor, but if I was the mayor of a city of Atlanta, I just shut this mess down. This whole country, they stop this drama. Shut it down. I mean, people ain't coming to work. And it's not that they don't want to come to work. Now, what you going to say? They're not paying unemployment. They're not paying unemployment. You're not getting that extra stimulus check.
Nope.
So the people that's not coming to work are not coming because they're getting money. They are literally tired of all of this craziness.
It's It's too much.
What about the parents that don't want children to wear masks? That's
so. Yes, it is, Tamara. They on the news somewhere. They should. We know what's best for our children, so you're gonna know what's best for them when they land in the hospital.
And now all of a sudden it's catching kids.
I mean, it's not like they mandating you get the shot, but at least keep yourself and others protected. Because if you say, for instance, Gina has it or I have it, you come, we not wearing our masks, then you come and you give it to me. I might be okay, but I take it home to somebody else. They might have some reactions that because we didn't have it. If we don't know how these things work, we don't know. So they have to make a decision for the world, for the entire population, for that school. They need to make that decision.
We might need to start getting them home tests, by the way, thinking about it, where we can test ourselves.
You sing a song?
Yeah, they sell them at Walmart. Because
Maybe.
I'm sitting all up under you, breathing all in your face, and you breathing all in mine.
We've been doing this almost a year now. It is what it is.
But I ain't gonna tell her sometime I go
go
home. I got indigestion and everything else.
Indigestion is
All that food.
listen.
Oh. Sorry.
That ain't got nothing to do with COVID.
Sorry.
So it's crazy. It is really crazy. But eventually, once they get that vaccine approved, I believe they might try to mandate it. I really do believe they might try to mandate it.
But mandating something ain't gonna make nobody do nothing no more. You can't make nobody do nothing. What you gonna have, and God forbid, what you gonna have is people just gonna be just say, okay, they're gonna be rebellious. Yeah. They ain't gonna come to work. Places ain't gonna like right now. I think that we just still should strongly encourage people. Just strongly encourage people. If you can take it, take the shot.
You heard about the young lady went back to go get another test. She had already been vaccinated twice. She went back and got her a third one, saying it was her first time because she had some health issues. She just wanted to make sure she was good. So she lied.
Now see, now
and started over, but you got the whole shot all over again. I would be concerned that would be some kind of reaction to that now. But yeah, she
was she trying to get the money?
I don't know what she was. She said
some
she just
places
was
they paying for you to get the shot.
She didn't say that they was paying. She said she had some health issues. She just wanted to feel a little more comfortable.
Oh, see, we ain't gonna go there. Well, anyway, that's
so what
you said.
What?
Flip your page back over. See, you got to have some of the teleprompter.
It's nothing else on there.
Yeah, it is right here. You leading it today. See why I got to take over. Now you understand why I got to take over.
I don't know what you finna say.
Well, I got the dang on monologue versus dialogue.
Anyway, the topic is the city is bleeding.
Okay, hold up before we go. We got someone that came in. I love it. A challenge. I don't agree with saying parents are ignorant. Okay, well, let's reword it.
I don't
maybe
think it's smart.
It may be not smart.
I don't think that's a smart decision.
Okay, please, Mr. Moon, thank you for that. We're always looking for anybody has a right to say and feel.
Do.
So tell us why, chat in there, why you feel that maybe the word ignorant might have been a little too strong.
Maybe.
But chat in there and tell us what your thoughts is of why you feel that, what prompted you to say that? Not smart?
Maybe. Not smart? I mean, we just saying that.
Are you just saying that the word we're using is too strong? You're saying that we shouldn't say they're ignorant, we should say not smart? Or do you have some convictions about mask wearing with the children? Because we want to know. Everybody has a right to their opinion.
Yeah, everybody does. Everybody does. But if my kids was young enough and they were in school, they be masked. No, they be home.
Well, I don't think
they wouldn't even be in school. They'll be at home.
They'll be at home with me.
They definitely would be, because that would ease me a whole lot.
But while he's chatting in, if you want to chat in, and we stand corrected because we do want to be, what do you call it?
Politically correct.
We will say, instead of the word ignorant, we will say not smart. There are so many different things out there, so much bad information.
Yeah, but the mask is not going to harm anybody.
Stupid is what I call.
Go ahead, Tamara. You got your right.
I am sorry. They're asking the teacher. They're risking the teacher's lives and everybody else.
And I mean, the mask is not going to kill them. It's not like they're saying mandate this vaccine. They're not putting anything in their bodies. It's a mask. Put the mask on. Now, what it will do to some people is heighten your high blood pressure. It make you keep on wearing it or something like that. But other than that, it's going to help, hopefully, minimize that child or the parent because or the teacher that they come in contact with. We got to be smart about it. At the end of the day, you just got to be smart.
So what? Okay, and then let's say this. All right, so everybody gets vaccinated. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, everybody go and get vaccinated.
Okay.
Got the little card. You're vaccinated. That's not going to stop the COVID.
It's not going to stop
to what I'm hearing, to what I'm understanding, because if it was, that's what they would be saying.
It's not going to stop because you still have
podcast land, right? If that instead of they're saying that it would minimize, wouldn't they say it would stop the herd of stuff? So we wouldn't have to wear the mask at all. But right now, we're saying that we, even because now it's more, people are more looking at children getting it now, when before we didn't hear about the children catching COVID. Now you got more children catching COVID. So, at the beginning of all of this, they said masks didn't do anything. You're right.
They said that the vaccine didn't do anything either.
I know 8 people who have had the shot and they have gotten COVID. Absolutely. I know them too. And so that's what our point is. But at least wearing the mask for me
can minimize
can minimize the germs, even with a cold.
Yep.
I didn't never think about wearing a mask. I don't want to be sinus trouble, cold, whatever, even bad breath. You wear a mask and keep people from having bad breath.
When you go outside.
What happened?
Nothing. It's still going. It's just doing a little system thing.
Look here. Look here, right here. I got to put on my mask in case people have bad breath.
I'm done with you.
Just tease. After the shot. Okay. I know 8 people who have had the shot and they have gotten COVID after the shot. Yes. Terry, that and see, it goes back where we're talking about the city is bleeding and how long is it going to bleed, because of the fact that this is becoming a very heightened situation where we saw these papers, this form come out to all city employees regarding the signing if you took the COVID shot. Or if you have not, if you're on the fence about it, if you're planning on it, you just said it. And then it says in there that you're going to have to provide proof if you say that you had the vaccine. Let me say this. And he's saying because they didn't wear the mask. I have a little touchily peppermint oil in my grandbaby's mask to make it easier. Oh, that's a good idea. Tamara, who said that? Tasha, thank you for joining us. She says she puts a little peppermint oil in her grandbaby's mask to make it easier for her to breathe. That's a wonderful idea. Kids been at home virtually over years, stuck in the house with these same parents who are walking around the camera half dressed. So why wouldn't they want to wear mask up? There is no sense in calling people's names because they don't agree with you talking to everyone. What do you? Okay,
maybe you weren't supposed to mention that.
Okay, I didn't understand that one, but okay, but
no, I get what you're saying. I mean, everybody has a right to say what they're saying. So if Tamara decides to say that's ignorant, then she didn't call a person a name. She's just mentioning that the idea is ignorant. It's ignorant to her. We can't say that wasn't the wrong idea. It doesn't make sense to me either if they don't want to wear. It's like this. Okay, you know what makes a baby? 2 people engaging in an act with or without. Well, you're right. Well, normally with or without protection, right? Protection doesn't 100% guarantee a lot of stuff, right? However, it minimizes, right? It just minimizes the
99.99.
99.9.
That 1%.
So that 1% might sneak through. However, just like with the mask, it's not going to guarantee it, but it minimizes your risk. It just makes sense. That's all. It just makes sense.
So let's say this. In our chat on this podcast, we will not, and we do not encourage anyone to say anything to offend anyone. And if we have, or if we are, we apologize on behalf of that person. But understand that we will not, make you feel that what you say is irrelevant, or we all have differences of opinions. But just like I'm looking at the chat war that we're going to stop right now, this vaccine, mask wearing, all of this is what's going on in civilization today, with a big war against each other and in our civilization. And it's going to get worse, and it doesn't need to get there. It needs to stop. And that's our whole point. Everybody in this whole United States has a right to say, according to, is it the Fifth Amendment? Not the Fifth Amendment. I don't know much about whatever. But you have a right to say what you feel, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody physically or mentally. But it's those
that are easily to offend, be mindful. People have a right to say what they want to say
on both sides.
On both sides. So we just have to be adult about it and just
So we're talking about the mask, and we're talking about the parents that don't want their children to wear masks. Just as strong as we have parents that want the children to wear masks. The problem is who is right and who is wrong. Okay? Who is right and who is wrong? Let's bring it in. Let's wheel it into the city. Okay? Who is right and who is wrong? Where does you think in Chatland, where do you think the city posture is? Are they right to ask you about these vaccines? Have you had it? Are they wrong for asking you about it? Will they be right to mandate it? Will they be wrong to mandate it? Are they right now mandating that you wear a mask for the people out there that don't want the children going to school wearing a mask? If you somebody that works for the city and got children going to school, which way do we look at?
First Amendment. Thank you, Ms. Coons.
Oh,
good to see you. She was always wrong. That was all on Gina.
I'm ignorant on that. I'm calling myself ignorant because I did not know that.
Everybody is right in their own right. So when you leave out of your house, you are no longer bound by your own rules. You are bound by the rules of whoever controls that outside. Whatever building you go to, those are the rules that you are bound by. If the school or a government department decides these are the rules for this building, then you have to abide by those rules. When you go home, they're your rules. Simple as that.
But in my opinion, we shouldn't impose on a person's feelings or rules. Is what it is. That's why you should never discuss politics, religion, and now we're coming up with the new one, vaccine.
Yep.
And mask. Vaccine/mask. Everybody has their opinion. Everybody can't do everything that everybody else can do. Like I can't ice skate.
Me neither. But I tried.
Yeah, you skated in there and messed up.
I ain't talking about, I ice skated for real, Gina.
Oh.
And my wrist is
I just know you slid in there trying to do that like that in them socks. That movie, what was his name? Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Moving right along.
And bust her arm. But anyway, so everybody can't do what anybody else. And so we as a people need to, here's my take. You guys out there, respect each other's situation. You got to. And that goes a long way, not just for vaccine and everything, for everywhere. People that used to smoke, remember that? There was a big thing.
It was.
When they started stopping smoking.
Still is.
They had a big thing. Remember when the AIDS pandemic came out? Oh my God, that was. Oh, we went through that. I did a project on that in school. That was just craziness.
It was.
Everybody, then the LGBT, is that how you call it? The alphabet?
They changed it now. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
some different stuff.
That organization, let's just say that organization. My point is, we have to respect everybody, whether you're for it or whether you're against it. We should not be arguing and fighting each other because this one group agrees with something and this one group don't. They each have their own rights.
And they can't. They
have it. But you got to find that middle ground. Now, who is there to put that middle ground? That's the problem.
That's a big problem.
Who do we listen to?
And we have to learn to agree to disagree.
Okay, so we have some people coming. I'll teach you figure skating, former ice dance competitor.
All right.
Okay. All right. What's up? Congratulations, you, Miss competitor in the ice. What was it? The former ice dance. Ice dance. Yeah.
Ice dance competitor.
Okay. Well, we got some celebrities on the chat today. Okay, well, before mask was in place, personally didn't want people even in my personal space.
Me
so I agree
either.
with the mask on mask. You're right. You're right.
Mhm.
I'm like that now when we go out sometimes.
Mhm.
You invite me out to lunch, you know.
And you like that?
Yeah.
Really?
You know, I'm all the time. Where we going, Ebony?
Mm-hmm.
Are they social distancing? Where's the
You
mask?
see how close she is to me?
All on top of her. She had the shot. I should be worried, not her. That's the way that it was first put out.
You would think.
But that's why I got my mask. And then she said, it's too late.
It's too late. It's over.
So I just keep prayed up, y'all.
Miss Luke says, I don't get mad at people for doing what they feel to protect themselves and their loved ones because I'm going to, exactly. And that's true.
You have to do that.
You just do. And you do what you're supposed to do. That's all it's about. Do what you feel comfortable with.
So what we're going to say and suggest to you guys from your leaders of the union, and if you are able to get the vaccine, please do. Go and get the vaccine and encourage your friends. Not even if you don't want to take it, still encourage your people to get the vaccine and wear your mask. Whether you've been vaccinated or not, please wear your mask when you're going out in public.
Mm-hmm.
Please wear your mask. You know what I can't stand I got one more thing to say before we get into our real topic of the day. You go into a restaurant or wherever you're at,
mm-hmm.
and somebody's sitting up there coughing like they can't stop.
That's scary.
You know, every now and then you got a little cough. But when they get barking, I call it barking. They won't stop. Everybody sit
stop
up.
and look.
You start looking.
You can't help it.
Oh my God, got to go. I'll be like this.
Put your mask on. That's what I do. I just swing that mask around to
give
the
me the bill. Give me the bill. You better hurry up. I'll be walking out of here without paying it. You better go. Got to go. And so, but the thing is, let's stay prayed up, people, and let's stay diligent to do the best we can
mm-hmm.
to keep you and your friends and family safe. Okay, so we're gonna dive right in.
All right.
We had a little fun. Now
did.
It's time to dive in.
All right.
The city is bleeding.
Yes, it is.
How bad before, or how long before the city bleed out? What did you mean by that? What is the person that sent that? What did it mean?
It's just like when you're bleeding, you're hurt. Something is going on. A Band-Aid, when you bleeding like the city bleeding, Band-Aid is not going to work. They've been using Band-Aids, and Band-Aids is bled through all the Band-Aids. We have crime on the rise. They was just talking about that in Zone 2 area over there in Buckhead.
That's Buckhead, right?
Mm-hmm, they just had a shooting again at a restaurant that was on the news. People are just running up, shooting people like it's nothing. Life means absolutely nothing to these people, and I just don't understand. Like, I went to a gun range one time. I was able to shoot one time because that gave me that feeling behind that gun just gave me too much. I couldn't do it. Now I want to go back again because I need to learn, but it just gave me too much power. And then when it comes out, you can feel it come out of the barrel and all. I mean, it's too much. And these people are just doing this like it's nothing. No thought.
They have no.
That person gonna get down there and
for life.
Nothing. I seen one. I think it was in Chicago. The young lady walked up to another lady, shot her right in the face, and walked away and got in the car like it was nothing. You could just do that. What kind of where are we?
Well, let's look on the other side of the fence. Okay,
go ahead.
Not justifying anybody that's being shot or any of that. This COVID pandemic, this stuff is getting people so crazy in the head.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I'm going to use that word crazy
mm-hmm.
because I'm not a therapist or psychologist, so I don't know no other words. But when you take a person's life, there's something missing up here that you're able, that's not in self-defense, even in self-defense, that you can pull a trigger to kill somebody.
That's a lot.
Something is not the same in my brain as it is in your brain that's doing that. Something is just not right. So that's why I use the word crazy. Crazy, not in the sense of being negative and calling you out a name, but that's what a mental institution say people are crazy.
Mentally.
But they call it mentally impaired now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the politically word. You're mentally impaired.
Politically correct.
Politically correct.
Okay.
What did I just say?
Political word. I don't know what you said. I don't know.
Must be in the water.
Yeah, they have access to these guns. It's crazy. It's crazy. So,
but they, like he said, they don't buy them if they don't buy the guns at the store.
Not most of them. They buy them off the street. Yeah, they get them off the street.
But my thing is, you gotta, here we go again, just like I just said. You got one side that feel that they're right to carry on.
They do.
You got the other side that feel no, they should be go through it. But then in the middle, you got a government of who to say or govern which one is right and wrong.
Well, just like they say, it's not guns that kill the people. It's people that kill people, right?
Okay.
You know, the gun is what they use to do it. But they're going to use whatever they can if they want to kill you, regardless, whether it's a gun, whether it's a knife, whatever it is.
But right now,
they are using these AK-40. These little young kids have access to these guns that's bigger than their bodies. And they shoot.
And that was people. So sad about that police officer. That's what we forgot. That lady that came back from maternity ward, just had a baby and they gunned her down.
Yeah.
They what I read is that they what do you do when they cornered her or something? That was sad. So our prayers go out. Don't know this person at all. Our prayers go out to her family. That was the most saddest thing. And this gun stuff, you guys gotta stop. But how do you stop it? No matter what mayor we get, whoever gets in there,
crime is still crime.
Crime is crime. How do you control that? Mayor Reed, ex-Mayor Reed, feels when he gets elected, he can stop the crime. At least that's what he's making me feel like he's trying to say. Really?
Yeah.
You really can stop the crime? I tell you what. Then if you got the antidote to stop the crime, take it to the mayor in place now. Take the antidote to her. Take the antidote to her.
That's not how politics work.
But we talk about crime in this city.
Come on now.
Don't wait till you become mayor and fix it.
We're gonna jump off this boat.
Yeah, let me shut up.
We're gonna jump off.
We're
gonna jump off. We're gonna jump off. But I do want to while we're talking about the guns, so there was another officer that was shot and killed in Michigan. And the dispatcher, what I was telling you yesterday, did a great job handling that whole process with the officer. He heard the noise. When you're a dispatcher, you can hear a certain click in your ear, right? The officers, they could be running, whatever. They hit their mic. I don't know what it is that they're doing, but he didn't say anything, but he heard him running or her running. And he kept saying, who is that running? Wait, where are you? And who? Until he got a response. And finally, when they was able to say something, they come over screaming. Oh my God, that man did a wonderful job. It's a link out there on Facebook. I could put it out and let you listen to it, but it's really difficult to listen to if this is not something that you do. Because it's difficult for those. But then she was shot. One was shot in the face, like in the middle of her head. Oh my gosh. Listen, y'all, this is real life.
I couldn't.
But it's to do that job. That man did a great job.
Well, he needs to get accolades.
They mentioned him out. He's all over Facebook. I definitely put him on my Facebook page because that was great to do.
And that should be a teaching for
it should
for
be.
You guys
it
over
should
there
be.
Now. Speaking of teaching, Miss Luke said, I think people should be passed where there should be a law passed. In order to carry a gun, you should take gun classes. Absolutely.
You should. And then she said, people don't fight anymore. First thing they pick up is, that's right. And common sense is not common no more. Hey, it's not.
You know what? Because I remember back in my day, I ain't going to tell you how old I am. Back in my day, we used to, I'll meet you at 3:00 after class.
Or what about you cross this line?
Then
you cross that line.
Don't you knock that punch on my shoulder. It's on.
And then they knock it off the nothing.
And then the next week,
you friends. It's not like time to change. We dealing with.
And you know the sad part about it too? What? The friends now are killing each other.
Oh yeah, they are.
People that you thought were your friends for many, many years, and the ones shooting you in the back of your head.
Easy. Or in the front. Right in your face. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Two other ways that the city is.
Well, we talking about Zone 2 and Buckhead.
Yeah,
trying to be.
They want to branch off.
Is that gonna stop crime because they branch off?
Nah, it's not. It's not, because they're still there. But a lot of the people are now moving outside of the city. That's going to be a problem, money wise. But it's not going to stop crime. You're just going to be somewhere else and it's still gonna be.
Well, the city needs to make some readjustments to housing, because I heard trying to get them houses is still. Where's the affordable housing thing at?
I heard over on Bankhead Highway, it's over $200,000 now to stay in a house. Bankhead Highway? You remember Bankhead Highway? No.
Yeah, I remember Bankhead. You don't go over there after 7 o'clock after dark.
So can you imagine those houses? The prices for those houses are coming up like that.
Right. Well,
baddest man hit my hand. Yep. You think you bad? You hit my hand.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
You did.
You put your hand out there. Hit my hand. It's on.
Oh my gosh, times have changed so much.
So crime is on the rise in the city.
Yes, it is.
You got Zone 2 Buckhead want to come out of the city, but they ain't gonna stop the crime. Mm-mm. You got the vaccine criteria city is imposing as far as wanting to know, are you vaccinated or not vaccinated? Mm-hmm. You got folks not being accountable in high positions in the city, people that's in jobs that shouldn't be there. Because we could talk about that. Every time election comes, they got to move their folks.
They have to, and that's a problem within itself, because if all your crew was, I don't know, trustworthy, maybe, or if we know it doesn't work like that. But that's fine to bring up your crew because you want your friends to be lifted up. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of come with the territory. However, if you know your friend, and your friend is not management material, supervisor material, or whatever the material it needs to be, chief, whatever it is, don't put them in that position, because then they're gonna really make you look bad. At the end of the day, they're making you look bad. It's not gonna do anything else but make you look bad and pull you down.
Absolutely.
And sometimes moving up ain't the best.
Yeah, because if you don't fit that role. Tamara is saying the city is bleeding because all of the people who have tenure are leaving the city.
Yes, they are.
And the knowledge is walking out the door. You're absolutely right.
They are.
And that's what we were talking about. People leaving due to improper management style.
Mm-hmm.
You've been here so many years and we don't have any guidance. And so people are leaving and not even going to another job.
They just quit.
I can't take it no more. They say, I can't take it no more.
Policies and procedures are not being properly implemented. Right. That's a problem.
And then right now, I got something from my department, and I don't know if it's citywide. I might look at it because I just see it pop up. Mm-hmm. But it was showing in Georgia the spikes of the COVID, and we're back like we was when it first hit out. That's all you seeing now. Then if we're spiking up, why we ain't shutting down? We need to go back to full telework and put it back where we need to be. And so we can concentrate on where we need to concentrate on. Our national union president in the hallway this morning mentioned to us in my executive board meeting, for those of you who don't know, I am one of the vice presidents out of 15 on the national level. I was promoted a couple of years ago, right before pandemic. So a little accolade on my back. Yeah. But anyway, I had our executive board meeting with them today. And he is now opening up the union office physically until the end of October, due to the fact that the numbers are rising. So I gave him kudos. That's a quality leader because he cares about his people and he cares about the. Oh, you are so cool. She did the clap on time. But anyway, so I'm looking at, okay, so why isn't the city just send us back to teleworking until we can see or get a catch on this thing going back down. So we, the union, are working on this, trying to send it out there, talk to everybody that we can. What is the chat is saying?
Don't want to give the people with tenure and knowledge
any money. And those people shut down and they will not help the new people. Yeah, you're right, because you got all of these folks that's leaving with the knowledge and the experience, and you got new people coming in, don't know no better. Mm-hmm. They're only going to go by what they think, what they know, or where they came from.
And you need your knowledge.
You need it because it's the city has their own way.
You need it. You need
your knowledge. Need to know they need to know the personnel policy, because I got a new HR people that mean well, but they don't know how they improperly do things that they don't need to do. Mm-hmm. And I've been asking for them to get training as much as possible with new people coming on board. And we talked about this, Chatland. We talked about when you got new managers and supervisors, they need to be trained.
They do. They do.
And right now there's not. So we are going, the union is trying to talk to the powers that be. And unfortunately, sometimes we don't even know who they are right now. It changes so much. So we're doing the best we can with DHR to find out what's going on, what we can do, how the union can help, and speaking up on you guys' behalf. Because the city is bleeding. They're bleeding all kinds of ways. The Band-Aid ain't even working. It says maybe after the mayor election, we may shut down.
We'll see. Maybe.
If the numbers, oh, look at me just showing everything, girl, stop. But maybe so, Miss Luke, and you know, but I'm hoping that if the numbers keep rising, that if we won't wait till the election, it'll be done. Because guess what? City council is still active.
Yeah.
And they still have the ear, or should be still having the ear of the mayor. So they can still be up there directing the mayor, hey, we need to encourage you to shut this down. I don't know. Where are they at? Where are y'all at? The third eye. Looking for you. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I'll wait. Anybody know where they at?
I don't know. So any new cases that we have this week, last week? Anything going on within the city? I know I've been reaching out to 311 employees.
Yeah, we've had a couple of people call in and complain about 311 issues.
We've been reaching out to them. So we trying. It's just hard with COVID, and we're not physically in there with you guys, but we've been reaching out to those that we can, so we can see if we can get you guys some assistance or at least be heard.
Terry's saying something good there. Need new people in office like Congress. And they do stay in office forever. You right with that, Mr. Moon. You know, they be in there till they old or die out. They should have a limit on how long, because you do need, you know, maybe some innovative and new faces and stuff. You're right.
New information, new people.
New people. Yeah, because you're stuck in your own 60 years and you still stuck back there in the 60 years ago. Sometimes I'm stuck 40 years ago.
But the vehicle policy, whatever came of the vehicle policy.
Well, to my understanding, they're supposed to be setting up some type of training to go through the department. Remember the last time I got there, they're going to be setting up, I think sometime this month. So just stand by for that vehicle policy usage. And that all the departments are supposed to be sending that out, to my understanding.
When they create new policies within the city, the new policies for the SOP or whatever, do they vet them through someone, or do they just create them?
You know, that's a good question. And the thing, the way historically when Pace and then the unions really were very respected through the old administrations, before anything would go out, or we could be virtually, virtually, but physically in these meetings, they always, council always say, did you vet this through the union? Have y'all talked with the union?
Because a lot of stuff that I'm noticing that they vetting a lot of things, and then the employees are having
no, they're not vetting it. They're just
putting it out there without vetting it. And so now the employees are having a lot of flatback on who did this go through? Why would you do this? And they don't work
no
with this particular
explanation.
thing. It just happens.
And they mandate you to sign it.
Yeah. Mandate you to sign it.
And the vehicle use policy was not discussed. It was discussed about 2 years ago, the year right before COVID hit, you know, when we shut down. In 2019, there was discussion. Dale Fambro, the old regime that was there, because I was in part of that discussion. And one of the point systems that they did bring up, I questioned it. I was about, I think, I had about 20 issues with it. And some of them they changed. I saw in the one that they sent out. But the point system, they did not change, and they did not justify how do you get a point? How long does that point stay with you? All of that, no explanation, and they wrote it out just to get it out, and then saying for you to sign it. And I made phone calls, and so I said, yeah, we need to really discuss this, because I was part of that vehicle use update that is not quite updated, but y'all wrote it out. Now, we had and let me say this, when you talk about historical practices and things, the unions have 4 unions in the city of Atlanta. We have PACE, which is us, Professional Association of City Employees. You have AFSCME, American Federation Service something. And then you have police union, which is called IBPO, International Brotherhood of Police Officers. And then you have IAFF, International, or I think it's IFAF, International Firefighters, something. IFFA, I don't know for sure, but you got 4 that's legislated in the city code, okay, policies. And with that, we all operate under what we call Memorandum of Understanding, called it MOU. Now, the only 2 that are quite different would be police and fire. And AFSCME and PACE are 99.99% similar. But most of all of those are under the agreement with the mayor to operate as a bona fide union. In that MOU tells you what we can do, what we can't do, what the management, what the leadership, what the administration allows us to do, and how we operate. A lot of times when we change over, because there has not been a new signed MOU by the mayor since Mayor Reed left, or even with him, I think he signed the first one, and then the next 4 years he didn't, whatever reason that was. No MOUs have been signed, but we have been historically operating under the MOU because it is quantified in the code to operate. So the bottom line is this. I am pushing, will be pushing when we get a new mayor, that the new mayor signs this MOU for all unions, but I would like to see the city council part of that agreement. The reason why, not just the mayor, but city council and the mayor. And the reason why is because we always go before council, and council always calls on us for issues and concerns, and we are always engaged with council. So city council should be part of that MOU. This should be an understanding, and it needs to be respected. Unions need to be respected. But let me say this. I said all of that so you all will understand the dynamics of PACE. We are not at all affiliated with AFSCME. AFSCME is a total different union. We do not even have a partnership or a relationship with AFSCME. That is nothing that we're saying because we don't want it. We've tried reaching out to them many times to come together with some things that would affect all employees, whether you're in a union or not, so that we can go before council, because the more you have in numbers, the more is better. They didn't want to participate with anything that we were doing. So we stopped. I stopped the heartburn of trying to reach out, because after a while, you just give it up. So when AFSCME does things, I've been getting calls that says, I had to do something to your members. And then once I get in, well, what member? Oh, no. Those are not PACE. PACE is a professional union. If you don't hear from me, you ain't heard from PACE. And if you don't hear from Ebony, you haven't heard from PACE. We have a very bona fide executive board that we meet every third Tuesday of the month. And we are trying to set up a quarterly meeting with you guys as a membership meeting, which we were going to have our first annual cookout in August. But because the numbers went up, we had to postpone it. So we're still going to have it. But we are not part of AFSCME. We are PACE. So just remember that, okay? Not knocking another union. They do their own thing, but we do it our way. So there was a question. Kasim Reed was not on the question for the candidates the other day. Don't know why that was. Don't understand that. Don't know why. Maybe he's picking and choosing where he want to go or what he want to do. Don't know. When you say was not on the question, or is that questionnaire? I'm not understanding. Can you be more specific? I don't know what that means. So anyway, we just want to tell you all, we got a newsletter coming out. We will be sending thanks to Evie. She's
I'm still waiting on you to respond.
Yeah, she wants me to vet it. That's what you do. That's what you do. So I gotta vet it. I'm tardy with it.
I need you to give me your statement.
Oh, she's waiting on the statement from the president.
Yeah.
Okay. We
didn't watch. I didn't watch anything with him on it recently, unless it's something that we sent out.
Yeah. Chat us and tell us what it was. Maybe we can go back and pull it up and see.
I'm not sure.
Okay. So the bottom line, we got a newsletter coming out giving you what PACE has done, the accomplishments that we made within the year, even during pandemic, and what we're doing right now, what we're trying to do. Right now, I can tell you this, we are trying to negotiate or get a meeting with the DHR, Department of Human Resources, for unclassified versus classified kind of rights and stuff. We're trying to find a way when you're unclassified that you at least have the opportunity to have a hearing, maybe not a civil service hearing, but a hearing. And that's something that we got to go through the council as well. We already sent out a letter, official letter from our union asking for this meeting to see what we can do. We also working on, what else we working on?
We have a meeting with the new 911 director this week.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're not going to talk politics, but we have some other meetings coming up with other department heads, trying to see how the departments are running how they're doing with the policies and procedures and lining up with the Muni Code.
And we also are asking for a meeting which Mr. Norman, who's over DHR, has said that he's going to set up a committee. PACE will be at the table on this committee to revisit some policies that have gray areas, so we can get the gray area out, let it be black and white.
Yeah.
Point blank.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yep. And what we're going to do, and we're still looking and trying to get together, what are we going to do about the rising in the COVID? What we're going to do about the vaccines and this paperwork? Because I can tell you right now, a lot of people haven't even met that deadline because they're calling me. I didn't send mine. See, a lot of people haven't.
It seems like it's infringement on your rights, though. It just doesn't seem right. It just doesn't seem right. So
I've gotten that. I've also got the legal aspect of it through our attorney is waiting to send me something legally, officially in writing, so I know what to tell you guys. I went on and signed mine because I know where I am with my vaccine. I went on and told them, no, I didn't take it. And it's not that I'm not ever. Right now, I'm afraid of it. Period. This is my truth. Been there, done that, had a bad experience. I'm afraid of it. So I'm talking with my doctors. I'm still investigating. And that's a decision that I got to make, whether it's good or bad, and pray that I don't never catch it. Mm-hmm. So, but I am encouraging you to take it if you can. It's your choice. But we don't never discourage anybody from doing something. I can't tell you not to because I'm not. Because I don't know if I'm making the right decision for me.
That's it.
So you have to make the right decision for yourself. But if you're able, do it or do some more research. But the document that the city is imposing for you to sign, if you have not signed it, we're going to send something out as soon as I get our attorney to tell us on what's going on, and we're going to send it on your city website. On your city email, PACE alert, and we're going to give you the parity of what you can do and what you shouldn't do or what you need to do. Okay. So stay tuned for that's coming today.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone says, I think that violates your HIPAA. We talked about that. I sent that over to our attorneys. We're waiting to see. Now, she did tell me that the city at this point does have the right to ask you, have you been vaccinated or not? They do have the right to ask you that. However, I have not got an official authorization if they have the right to ask you for your medical records. And I think there was some gray area in the way that statement was sent, that if you sign it, that they can, ask for your records. And but I think,
doctor?
Well, that's what some people saying. I really didn't interpret it that way, but some did. And because I cannot run this organization on my personal opinion, I have to do it for the betterment of the organization. So I turn it over to our legal counsel, and as of today, I will get her to write a statement. I will send it out to you guys on PACE Alert, and by next Tuesday, we will be able to broadcast that. Okay. But anyway, I hope this has been. Am I missing something?
No.
Did I take over because I said you was going to?
You did. You good. You good. I already said mine in the beginning. So
somebody told me what was that I was saying? Basically, I monopolized the meeting. Even in conversation.
Certain things, the more of the information that I do, that's fine.
But you looking like you got a little, like you little
before,
attitude.
You know, I ain't gonna say
I gave you
getting in the dough.
I gave you a whole 30 minutes.
You did, okay.
I started talking at 1:32. Didn't I, chat room?
Yeah. I guess so. We get it to you this time.
They need to worry about shutting the city back down instead of people are vaccinated. That ain't funny.
They mad.
That ain't funny, but you right.
That's true. I mean, it is what it is. So I don't know.
Right.
It is
So
what it is.
someone said that was beyond informative.
Yes. Thanks, Miss Coon. She's
Thank you. That's what we're here for, to try to give you all and let you vent, let you talk. Because we're learning from you. Some things like I didn't even remember the amendment. She said again.
First Amendment.
Yeah, thank you for that information.
For your First Amendment.
Yes. So again, we apologize on behalf of anybody that if we offended you or any certain way. This is not what this podcast is about, and we will not challenge anybody in it, but you have the right to check in and chat in what you want to say. And we, as the mediators, not the moderators, as the mediators and not a blogger, they will try to assist you in giving you the information. And before we close out, you have a chance. Is anybody out there that have something to ask of us before we close out the chat?
And usually y'all pretty good with just saying it throughout the chat too. So that's the good thing.
And don't forget to look at Keith Sweat Twisted Parody.
And the movie Super Intelligence.
Absolutely.
And the movie Super Intelligence. It's really good.
I hope you guys are enjoying these podcasts once a week, because I've really taken a chance coming over here to Ebony's house with her. All up under, might as well be laying on her. No mask.
Oh God.
But we just stay prayed up. I do my best to trust in her, and she trusted me, that we try to stay safe when we're not around each other as much as possible. And that's all we can do. Yeah. And we bring this to you. We sacrifice to bring this to you, to keep us in prayer. It says, look at my question.
They talking to each other.
Okay.
They talking to each other.
So y'all having your own
They have their own conversation.
Excuse us. Well, we love it. Yes. Anything in closing? What happened to our little closing?
If it was a snake.
She got you guys, if only y'all can see my teleprompter. She get there though. Look, this young lady is excellent for me, my assistant, y'all first vice president.
Oh God.
If y'all can see this handwritten teleprompter on the back of a cardboard that's slanted like this. And she says, I got to have you have an opening and you got to have a closing, like I'm running for office. So I'm going to read. So I'm going to read what she's put up here. God. So we can close out. As we end this show, we hope that we have been a beacon of hope to some, entertaining and able to shed some light to you all. Tune in next week as we continue to fight the good fight and be a part of bringing the good
back to the city.
It looked like book.
That's a C. It's got an opening right there.
You guys.
It's got an opening.
Anthony, say what you got to say, then I'm going to close out.
And remember, you can share this episode, or you can click subscribe to the YouTube channel, but you can always share the link. And also visit our website, https://paceatlanta.wixsite.com/website.
Like they're going to remember that. We will put that in the email. You guys have a wonderful week. Be safe. Stay prayed up, and we love you.
Have a good one, y'all. Have
Radio Connections with Paces out. Bye-bye. Love you all. You can't find the shut off button?